Editor. Gotta share my stream. And I gotta do this on Twitter too.
Is anybody else in this long or just me?
I'm not in.
I'm not in.
I'm not in.
Hi.
Not in. Thank you.
There's some pretty good looking liquidity hanging out at the highs there.
Fire.
Hey, Ethan Trades is on the YouTube.
I'm on the YouTubes. Yes, matcha. Alright, I gotta figure out. Okay, I'm gonna execute from my phone. That's for sure. I'm going to look at chat from my phone as well, I think. Actually, Caroline, can I have your phone, please? Oh, what if I just have my stream in the back right there? And then I'll just turn around and read chat. You know what I'm saying? No?
Put it on the TV or something.
Yeah, put it on the TV, read the chat from there. She don't believe in me, so it's unfortunate. I'm gonna message TFD and be like, what's my next step? Because I've passed this eval for like 3 days now.
Oh, does it not go instantly to live funded? Hey, what do you mean? What's the boy telling me about?
I don't, because I passed my evals, they've just kind of been sitting there, so I don't know if they're gonna send me an email or something.
Oh, you can also, right?
I'm at my girl's house. We bullish today, right? Yeah, I'm bullish today. Can you guys, when I move my, actually I'm just gonna look this stream on my phone. Can you guys hear the music in my stream?
I don't hear anything.
Oh man,
Wait. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how to do that then. What if, wait, do you guys hear yourselves when you talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I played music through YouTube or something? No copyright lo-fi. Nice. W search.
I've recently come to
That's
learn
an
that a
ad.
lot.
Do you guys hear the ad?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, that means you're gonna hear the music. Let me pause my Spotify then. You guys hear that?
No. No. On stream, I hear it. Yeah.
Great. Actually, I'm gonna put in my earbuds just in case. That you guys hear any like echo. Alright, there we go. Yo, what's up, Yogu? It's been a minute. Music is gone. Wait, music's gone? Is that actually? All right. What if I do default? How about now? Do you hear it now? No. How about how about now? No? Still not? Darn it. Alright, no headphones it is. If you guys hear the echo through the mic, let me know. And then I'll just deal with it. Understood. Okay, let's look at price, guys. The true important thing. There's nothing interesting happening right now though. Alright, 5-minute chart, nothing. 15-minute chart, nothing. We're not even at a discount yet. Alright, so you guys can all see my screen fine, I assume. Actually, I should just watch on my phone so I can monitor this at all times.
No, actually, don't trade. Yo, Ethan, what are the correlated asset pairs to gold?
Silver and copper.
Put in the work. That's what it's correlated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's correlating good and good.
It's correlated to silver and copper.
Yeah. There it is, Jameson. I do not trade gold.
Wait, my stream looks so scuffed, but not scuffed at the same time, you know what I mean? I think my camera elevates my stream, but the stream quality itself, if you look a little closer, it's not that great. So don't look a little closer, guys. Just squint while you watch.
Everyone zoom into the pores.
Okay. So. Yo, what's up, Ghost? Music's a little loud. Okay, I'll turn it down. I got you.
Oh my goodness, this guy's so considerate.
I know. How's that? Better?
Being polite for Canada Day.
Okay. Let's do the pre-market real quick. So then I don't get a bunch of what's the plan today? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Okay, so narrative overall, starting on the monthly chart, we've hit all-time highs. Still looking for higher prices overall. I think that as of right now, the monthly candle does look like a open low high close. So that's kind of what I'm paying attention to. And right now, the daily chart, it looks like we're going from external to internal. However, we don't have a previous week high or previous day high SMT. So I'm not super interested or keen on looking for shorts back into discount just yet. I would wait for at least one of those higher time frame SMTs to form, and then I will look for that. And so that's why I'm leaning overall bullish in terms of the higher time frames. So if we go down to the 90-minute chart, I think this is the cleanest framework as of right now, where we have this range. Price is trading back into a discount as of right now. I'd like to see if previous day low can be purged. And the reason why I want to see previous day low is because it is the current new week opening gap. There is no bottom wick on it either. So if price were to trade into that today, that's where I'm going to be interested in looking for potential longs back into previous day high. And then the invalidation of this idea would be if the new week opening gap is inverted and price continues to push lower with displacement, then I'm going to look for lower prices. But other than that, for the most part, I'm leaning pretty bullish here. Would you consider a candle at 8:15 today and 2:30 yesterday on NQ and S&P's SMT? No, I wouldn't. But let me just double check. So you said 8:15 today. 8:15 a.m. Oh, it's on the lows. No, I wouldn't consider that SMT as of right now because it's not time-based liquidity. I think the only thing I would be interested in as of right now would probably be if we get an SMT with, let's say, London high and we get displacement lower back for discount, or we just take out the new week opening gap, filling that, and then creating a 5-minute SMT on the lows for higher prices. That's pretty much the only thing that would really interest me right now. So let me think. I'm trying to think. How can I? Oh, I'm just gonna get my iPad. I'll be right back, and then that can be my second monitor. Alright, I've got it. Now let me think on how I can charge this. That's not long enough. Okay, the camera's gonna turn off for a bit here. Alright, camera should be back. Yes, it is. Okay, nice. Now I have everything set up. Move this out. This here.
FFS, Powell speaking again, didn't Unk speak 2 times last week.
Yeah, it's better speak again,
Dang.
bruh. Okay, what I missed. So how would
Unk
you
did
normally... Wait, do you take swing trades? Yes. If my intradays develop into a swing, then I'll take it. So how would you normally consider a valid SMT at time-based liquidity? Yes, I only use time-based liquidity SMT. Okay, so I can... Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this open until my iPad's charged. Are you interested in 2:30 p.m., 8:15 a.m.? No, I'm not. I'm interested to see, as of right now, the only thing that's of interest to me is what's 9:30 gonna do? So let's see. Got 8:30 in a minute 20 seconds here. Just be a little patient because there's nothing super clear to me. All London lows have been swept already as well, so I'd be open to potential downside, but once again, it really is just dependent on, are we able to get this SMT? Yeah, that's what I want to see too, Stan. Can you explain time-based liquidity, SMT? It's just SMT with time-based liquidity. So it's like previous X high, previous X low. So whenever I'm looking for SMTs, I'm only interested if it's SMT with previous week high, previous week low, previous day high, previous day low, previous session high, previous session low, previous 90-minute high, previous 90-minute low. So those are time-based liquidity.
All right, here's 9:30.
Yep. Driving lower. Powell speaks. It's gonna be like a injection and then delay like 2 minutes and then another injection. You ignore any random SMTs you see. Yes, I ignore all non-time based SMTs, and that's how I filter my SMTs. It's happening. I don't know what's happening. There's nothing happening. 9:30 is happening. Elijah, what's your plan?
Just looking for bullish setups, to be honest. There's nothing particularly like interesting right now. 1 minute SMT on the highs might make it drop lower.
Where's my
But I don't know.
signal?
It's like I just don't really need to drop down that low.
You're supposed to give me a signal.
Signal, get in. Let me see. Yeah, there's the. Oh, I have the thing open. I'm trying to figure this out. It's kind of.
This is it. Drive lower, create 5-minute SMT, get a nice little displacement higher, enter, and then ride it to the highs. No cap.
Easy peasy, simple plan.
I really want to see this new week opening gap being hit though, because it's a new week low, and we're so close to it. And it's at a discount. Everything's in alignment, bro. But then YM's about to create previous day high SMT, so we'll see.
Yeah. Where's this at log even?
Guys, please like the video. This guy's the real deal. I appreciate it. Thanks. I think there's a lot of people out there that are the real deal, but they just don't live stream for free. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that aren't the real deal. So I think this is the best way to kind of showcase your skill. That's why, like, for people that live stream on YouTube for free, respect. Hello. Hello, Thans. Themes. Are you planning to enter before news? I'm only entering whenever my model's here. So as of right now, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for this 90-minute low to be taken out on either one of the assets, and then take a long off of that. Because as of right now, if we zoom out just a little bit onto the hourly chart or even the 90-minute chart, you can see that the new week opening gap has no bottom wick, and we're very close to it. If Nasdaq's able to take this out, this would create a previous day low SMT within a new week opening gap, and then we'd also be looking at that previous 90-minute low SMT, which would give us that bullish setup. So that's really what I'm waiting for right now. I can see price driving lower first, but I feel like this lower move will be short-lived, so I'd rather just wait for the bullish setup.
Oh, it's so hot here. My goodness.
You don't got that AC?
The office has the AC off on the weekends, or not on the weekends.
nighttime?
Today's like a national holiday here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Can you find an example you consider valid SMT at time-based liquidity? I'm still confused about the range, like how many candles apart time-based liquidity you would consider it SMT. I can make a video on it, but it's kind of, I mean, it's not hard to explain actually. So what you would do is just, for example, for previous day high, previous day low SMT, all you're going to do is you're going to go to your daily chart, just mark out the high and the low of the previous daily candle, right? So these two red lines are your previous day high, previous day low. Is literally just yesterday's high and low. And so I'll drop down to the hourly chart, for example, or 90-minute chart, and you can see these two red lines are going to be your previous day high, previous day low. So if there's an SMT with this specific level, then I'll be interested in looking for that trade opportunity, essentially. And that's the SMT that I'm looking at as valid. Even if I have SMT with this low right now, the, let's say 130 low, because I'm using the 90-minute chart, just because there's this SMT, I'm still not interested because it's not time-based liquidity, right? So the only level I'm interested in is the previous day low. Does that make sense? Do you think all assets will likely hit new week opening gap? I don't think all assets will. I think I only want to see ES or NQ do it, to be honest. YM can do whatever it wants. I really don't mind. What if one doesn't and one does? Then that is SMT. That would be SMT with a new week opening gap. But in this case, once again, whenever it comes to like SMT with specific PD arrays, I don't really look at it that way. I look at it more of, is there a complementary SMT that's occurring with it? And in this case, if we trade into new week opening gap where Nasdaq and ES does but YM fails to, then you have a complementary previous day low SMT within that new week opening gap, which makes it significant to me. So it always goes back to previous X high, previous X low SMT for me to confirm, even if it's a PD array SMT. But sometimes when none of them hit previous day high, previous day low, do you focus on 90-minute highs and lows or just sit that day out? So I typically always start with a higher time frame building narrative, and all SMT does for me on the lower time frame is it just confirms that my bias is correct, and that's going to be my confirmation for entry as well. So today I'm bullish, so I'm going to wait for bullish SMTs, and if I get those bullish SMTs, then it's going to act as confirmation to continue higher in price, and that's where I'm going to be looking for entry. Is Elijah my brother? He's my brother in Christ.
Yes, sir.
We grew up together. I'm 1 year older than him, but we grew up in the church together since we were like, I think he's like 1 year older, so. We were roommates in the hospital.
We're
Roommates, yeah. So there's a bullish 1 hour SMT with 2 p.m. low from yesterday. Is that valid? No, because it's not previous day low, or it's not a time-based liquidity. So this 2 p.m. low, it's not previous day low, it's not previous session low, so I don't have any interest in it right now. I hear one of the doggies.
I still have.
Do you use Alpha Capital Group prop firm? I do not. Have heard of them. I think they're affiliated with Words of Wisdom, but I personally haven't used them. Listen, Mickey. What is my entry model? It's just SMT plus change state delivery, or SMT plus inversion fair value gap, SMT plus true market structure shift. It all stems from SMT, to be honest. Would you consider London high SMT as YM is sweeping it? So I do see that YM is trading much higher as of right now, taking a London high, also taking a previous 90-minute high. The only thing that's making me fade this SMT on the high is the fact that my narrative is bullish. So the number one thing in my trading is always going to be narrative. What's the context of price right now? And the narrative that I've built on the higher time frame, intermediate term time frame, is currently bullish, which is why I'm going to look for higher prices. And so that narrative automatically helps me filter out, I guess, quote unquote, false signals. So in this case, I'm looking at it more of as ES and NQ are lagging behind YM rather than YM's creating an opposing model. I don't think there's anything wrong with Words of Wisdom. I think I listen to that podcast a lot too, to be honest. I just don't trade with Alpha Capital Group. Does Jesse teach how to build narrative in STBP? Yeah, that's literally the only thing he teaches everyone in STBP how to trade context, not patterns. I think that's the best way to put it. I feel like a hunchback sitting at this table, low-key. Because everything's so low. I should have propped it up yesterday. All good though. which prop do I use Top Step as of right now. I just got funded with TFD, which is the futures desk, and then I still have my funded futures accounts, but I don't trade those accounts. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if I still have those accounts. I don't know if there's like an activity rule or something. I should just full port them. But then there's like a consistency rule on them too, so I don't know. All right, here we go. Take out this low into discount, and that'll be ideal territory for longs in my opinion. Although I will say one thing, previous day high SMT is now created, which could enable the daily range retracement. So I think what I'm gonna do here is off this 5-minute candle, I'm gonna take a stab at a short, see how price wants to react to the new week opening gap, and if we get an opposing model off of that, then I would flip back bullish.
Yeah, it's worth risking a stab. The models there, if they're
I just don't like, okay, so there's one thing that's holding me back from doing this though. The fact that YM is not turning around yet. So I think that I'm probably going to hold off on this short for now. If it's really blatantly bearish in a little bit here, then I'll take it. But until it really shows its hand, I'm going to just refrain since YM's continuously pushing higher. And in this case, if NQ is able to continuously push lower, it's going to create a previous day low SMT, which invalidates the previous day high SMT. So there's a lot of scenarios that could happen, in my opinion, right now. YM is too late compared to NQ and ES, both are in the all-time highs, so I stopped looking at it. That's a big cracking correlation that I still pay attention to, because that means YM might actually start speeding up to catch up to all-time highs. Either that, or this could be a very bearish SMT. As of right now, I'm leaning more towards it's going to try to catch up. And if it does try to catch up, then I'm looking at NQES, that they still have strength to go past all-time high before taking any shorts here. So that's one way that I like to gauge the markets in comparison, even though YM seems super far from all-time high, which it is in reference to the other two. But what this tells me is that if YM's continuously pushing higher, ES and NQ are probably going to continue pushing higher past all-time highs as well, because there's relative strength. Okay. No. She doesn't have YouTube installed on her iPad. Okay, let me just go download it real quick.
Yuck is eating good right now.
Yuck. Yeah, he be trading YM. I don't know. He's a beast. Yeah, beast.
Yeah. His model's in play right now. It's working pretty well right now.
Yeah. Did he use like a 1-minute unicorn, or what was the play?
I mean, there's a 1 minute and a 5 minute. unicorn.
All right, wait. Am I
He uses
missing
the
anything?
1 minute. It hit.
I think he does use the 1 minute.
Also, for those that are,
Even though I like to catch where I'm still rooting for snows.
I'm trying to look. Did he post it anywhere? I don't know. He did. Okay, I'm going back.
Oh,
to
he
my
didn't
screen.
post it. I just know he's
Oh,
in
okay,
this
okay.
long. I sense it. It's in my bones.
It's in my bones. All right. YMB fast will be faster for the whole coming month, maybe to catch up. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for as of right now. I think that makes sense. I think the fact that NQ is already at all-time high. I think ES is probably the cleaner asset to trade as of right now. NQ is already hitting all-time high, so it could be more consolidation, or it could be a little retracement, waiting for the other assets to catch up. That could be a possibility as well. How do I just continue on YouTube without actually logging in? Okay, I guess I can't. I think I should change my thumbnail. If I change my thumbnail, get all the clicks, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, give me the chat. I want the chat. Where'd the chat go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's read chat. It's just took out 6 a.m. high and when I was carrying on up. Would you still wait for the NQ to take out 7? Yeah, that's my model, so I have to wait for it. If it doesn't form that, I just have no model. I think the 10 a.m. news will manipulate lower. Doesn't NQ look like it's on time distortion? I don't know. I think NQ just looks like NQ. I don't necessarily know what time distortion looks like. Whenever people say time distortion, I feel like it's just consolidation. When we took Monday's lows and have an SMT, would that be a suitable time-based sweep? I don't think we took Monday's lows. We still have Monday's lows right here, which is the new week opening gap right now. So we haven't taken it yet. Okay, so I have to message TFD support apparently.
You didn't message support to get your account?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I did not know that. So let me do that.
Or am I not speaking? I'm gonna sound desperate, but can you give me $99? I have to buy a thing immediately, and I will not be getting my income until 1 month.
Sunday lows is Monday
Oh,
lows.
sorry.
Oh, I guess you're referring to the actual day. But in my analysis, I refer to the trading day.
I'm not speaking. There's not much to talk about. Let me see what we're supposed to do.
Do you see my question? Which question? Does he directly teach like webinar or coaching session? We just learn through pre-recorded video and watch him piece everything together as he live trades? Okay, personally, I don't prefer answering questions about other people's mentorships, but I'll answer it anyways. Jesse goes live like twice a week, so Wednesday, Thursdays, and then I go live Monday, Fridays. And then there's another trader that learned from Jesse, another student. He goes live on Tuesdays, and he's made like $500,000 off of payouts, so very, very good value in there. But yes, he teaches in live time, and he also has pre-recorded videos. Did you take anything, Elijah?
I was looking. I marked out something. That's why. That's why I was like, but it's too late. It's too late for it. I was looking at the. I was looking at the. Where is it? The 823 gap, AM.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
823, like 1 minute chart.
yeah.
Oh, okay. 823.
So I was looking for like what 99.44 the retap in, but it's still kind of iffy. So
say eight,
I mean,
wait, did you say 823?
Yes. Oh, 824. Sorry, 24. Sorry.
Dang.
But I was on the 5 minute, so I didn't extend my fair value gap over. But I think it's fine.
How'd you know?
It's like,
what made you refer to that specific fair value gap? That's crazy.
because it's the one that originally created the. I mean, I don't want to explain the guy model, but it originally created the guy model. So I was looking for it. You look for like a retrace back into it, and then
I see.
you kind of take a long off of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This market is pissing me off. Yeah, I mean, we're at all-time highs, man. Can't expect the most butteriest thing, but with correct management, you should be fine.
Powell said there will be no cut sooner, or it's too soon for a cut. So I expect higher this week. Okay. We'll see. So what are you wanting to see before entering only longs after hitting previous day low? Yeah, pretty much. That's my framework right now. So I'm gonna wait for it to play out. If it plays out, then I'll do it. But otherwise, it's just about being patient and following the model, right? And if it doesn't give me the model, then there's no trade. That's just how it'll be. Just the waiting game. And I'm on my Mac too, so I can't even doom scroll or play Brawlhalla.
Just look at these freaking bars on the screen.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't take that short. This low-key looks like a decent short, though, given how Wime's reacting here. But I feel like it'd just be a short into the new week opening gap, low-key. What would that be? Short into the new week opening gap. That'd be like maybe a 2-3 R trade. Not bad. Not horrible.
Right. See if there's not really any other targets on.
To do it or not. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute candle to close. If it looks good, I'll enter. If not, then I'll wait. Not a fan of the hesitation. I don't know. It looks... Model's technically here for a short. Okay, let me think. 90-minute previous day high looks good. 15-minute looks good. 5-minute looks good.
Oh yeah, 10 a.m. news.
Yeah. I wonder if 10 a.m. is actually going to drive price lower for the new week opening gap and then give us like a long setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would my risk be? 5 micros. Nah, I'm just gonna be patient. I'm not gonna force my hand here. Even if it goes lower, that's my plan to go higher afterwards, so might as well just wait for it. No, you're good. A lot of people ask, so. Yeah, I mean, if you're on the fence of joining, then I think it's 100% worth it to join Jesse's mentorship. I came from there, so I think it's 100% worth it. But if you're interested in his mentorship, you could just book a meeting call with his team, and they'll answer all your questions. So a pretty slow day so far. Also, the reason why I'm not taking this short is even if it does go to the target of new week opening gap, that is pretty much like the limit of what I could do on this short, right? So I'm just putting it into, I guess, like reasoning, where if I do take a short here, that means I have to close that new week opening gap, would probably give me around like a 3-hour trade. And then I would resume looking for a bullish narrative, right? So regardless, if Nasdaq, because my narrative is bullish overall, if I enter on this short, there's kind of 2 scenarios. 1, it just stops me out. 2, it goes to new week opening gap and I have to look for a long after that. So I'd rather just wait for the short to either work or fail and then look for a long after that to align myself with the narrative. So that's kind of my thinking right now. We saw NFP late in the week and Powell said no cuts sooner, so I think whatever will happen. Oh, okay. Since Powell said no cuts sooner, so I think what will happen today will set the trend for the week. Yeah, we'll see. I just look at price day by day, to be honest, because in this market anything can happen, I feel like. It's definitely been it's an interesting week because we have NFP, like today's Canadian, like there's a lot of national holidays this week. There's a Canadian holiday today, and then there's gonna be July 4th on Friday. So we'll see what price wants to do. And then we have NFP, of course, which typically before NFP you just see choppy price action generating liquidity for NFP, right? So we'll see if we get anything clean before then, but if that's the case, I feel like tomorrow is probably a no trade day for me as well. I'll still be live on YouTube, but we'll see what develops. Will you trade on Thursday even though it's a half day? Yeah, I'll still be live on Thursday because it's NFP. I'll be live from like 9:15 to probably 11. But I don't, like, once again, I don't know if I'm going to end up getting any trades this week because the conditions and the news events and the timing is just, it seems pretty low probability to me. Of course, I'll still show up every day and, systematically follow my model, but if it doesn't give it to me, then it doesn't give it to me. Please give me weekly direction for your USD. I don't know, man. I don't trade these assets, but I mean, I guess. He's demanding signal, bro.
Give it to him.
Let's see. Let's see. Daily chart. It's just been going up. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, I keep putting text on, so it keeps disappearing.
Kind of just been going up on your USD. I think that if you get a breaker formation here with the July 1st 2 a.m. candle, then you could probably be looking for this liquidity right here. This looks pretty good for downside. So look for this potentially, and then higher prices after that. I think that would be good to continue the daily trend. But as of right now, you don't have that previous day high or previous week high SMT, which is why I wouldn't be banking on that. I think overall, because you don't have those SMTs on the highs, I just look for continued higher prices until you get very clear bearish price action. Then you can swap bias and then look for this liquidity pool right here, because there's a lot of liquidity resting below here. So that's my take on it. You also asked for gold. Okay, let's see. I also don't trade gold, but so in terms of gold so far, I think I already gave you the analysis last week, right? Or something like that, where I was saying higher prices just look good on gold. Did I give you guys the analysis? I feel like I gave you guys the analysis at some point. But the daily chart just looks bullish, in my opinion. These equal highs look good. There's this SMT on the low right now. Right. So I think higher prices on gold looks pretty good right now, to be honest. Especially with these equal highs right here.
Wait a second.
What?
MNQ and NQ look fairly different.
Oh, really?
Very different.
Very different? Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
me,
I was
like,
thinking the same thing.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like looking at like my top step open, and I was looking at my chart. And I was like, this. Am I looking at the same chart?
Oh yeah, it does look very different. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, what is this massive crack in correlation, bro? What is this?
Crack in correlation, bro.
I go, I had to clean up my glasses real quick.
Yeah.
Like, is that?
Do you
what if we
consider
start
trading PM
only
session on
trading-
some days? Only if there's volatile injection during the PM session, such as FOMC meeting minutes or FOMC statement. Then I'll consider trading PM session. But other than that, it's usually only the AM session, because that's where equities open is, and also majority of the red folder news.
What were you saying, Jake?
What if we only start trading cracks in NQ and MNQ?
Let me know how that goes.
those are the correlated markets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe worth a step.
It rarely happens.
Do you think backtesting data collection is the best thing that will rise up win rate and building confidence? I think backtesting and data collection will give you confidence for sure. It'll give you a false sense of confidence, but it's still confidence, and that's something you need to be able to actually execute in the live market. I don't necessarily know about like increasing your win rate through backtesting. I think it's more so backtesting is to gather data on repeatable things, right? So what I would do is just find one or two things that resonate with you and learn those two things to the best of your ability, and then that's going to be the framework or the backbone of all your trading essentially. And what, in my opinion, what really raises win rate in the future is maybe over a sample of 100 live trades or a sample of 200 live trades, you're going to see recurring themes in price action that you otherwise wouldn't have known to collect data on. So for example, let's say you have a model that is systematically you enter on every inversion for value gap. And then over the series of 100 trades, over the series of 200 trades, you realize that as you execute, sometimes the trades feel more comfortable than other times, and you'll start digging into that, and you'll be like, the reason why it feels more comfortable is because price displaces more in my favor rather than just creates an inversion but barely creates it, for example. And so as you see these things over and over and over again, those are the things that will increase your win rate, because you gather data on things that you wouldn't have gathered data on outside of live trading, if that makes sense. So I think that your intuition and experience is what's going to naturally increase your win rate. Not necessarily increase the amount of trades you take, but it's actually typically what it does is your experience helps you filter out the low probability trades so that you can increase your win rate through taking less trades, just taking less losers, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't necessarily say backtesting is what increases win rate. I think it gives you confidence and gives you the ability to anticipate how price is developing in live time. But at the end of the day, what really will increase your win rate is your experience with that specific model that you have in live markets. And then you're gonna take that experience, find something new, and then you can backtest that something new, and then rinse and repeat, right? But it always builds on top of that initial foundation, that initial system that you had that you were backtesting and that you're executing on. Price is moving higher. Do you think it's too early to enter long? I'm looking at the 5 and the 1 minute though. For me, there's no entry, so I'm not interested. But Aaron, if you're asking me that, that tells me that you still don't have a trading plan that's ironed out. Because you shouldn't be asking me, is it too early to enter a long? Because your model or your trading plan should be telling you, are you supposed to enter right now?
Oh, took the 9-minute high. Or at least.
I don't think I'm gonna have a trade at this rate. So Aaron, I don't know. I feel like everyone's told you this many times, but until you have like an ironed out trading plan, man, I don't know how to help you. You're just not taking our advice. Okay, Aaron. As long as it's part of your plan, man. Yeah, Aaron just ignored me again. All good. As long as you're following your plan, I don't know. Until you can send me your full trading plan, Aaron, I'm gonna assume you're rage baiting. Okay. 90-minute S&T on the high, maybe. I wouldn't be super interested in that though. And the reason is because my narrative is bullish overall, right? I've been trading with ICT concept for 2.5 years, tried many strategies and failed. Finally, I'm planning to follow only quarterly theory. Congratulations, man. You just gotta stick with one thing. I think the thing about ICT concepts is ICT, he doesn't necessarily teach you a particular strategy. It's more so he teaches you how to read the narrative of price. So where's price trying to go right now? I think that's what he teaches, to be honest. And I think it's a very valuable skill. Because at the end of the day, there will never be a fixed pattern in price that will give you what you're looking for, in my opinion at least. I think there will always be some sort of discretion involved, and that discretion is narrative building, right? So what's my view on quarterly theory? I think that quarterly theory is a stepping stone for ICT. Like, if you don't understand ICT, I don't think that quarterly theory will help a lot, to be honest, because once again, I think the foundation of a good trader is being able to read price action in the current moment. Like, what is price action trying to do? What's the context of price? Where is it trying to go? And that is the underlying thing that separates, you know, successful traders from unsuccessful. I just joined the live late, but I'm curious what your model is for the day. I'm avoiding trades until my model presents itself, but I'm curious what yours is. So mine is stemming from, it's mainly stemming from the 90-minute chart. I just want to see previous day low being purged into new week opening gap. If we get SMTs within there with bullish displacement, then I'm going to be looking for longs. But if I don't get that, then I'm just probably not going to take any trades for today. Where do you think gold is going to go? I think gold's going to go higher. But fair warning, I don't trade gold, but I do think on the daily chart at least, it looks like it's going to be reaching for these equal highs. But just to give you guys analysis, I think it's going to go higher. Equal highs with 90-minute high looks like NQ does want to come down, take previous low before following the others. Yeah, that would be ideal. I'm currently looking at USD CAD longs from a fib at 71%. What do you think of it? I don't trade USD CAD, but I can take a look. Let's just do whatever chart. I think USD CAD looks pretty bearish in my opinion right now. Looks like it's trying to go for these lows down here, actually, now think about it. This looks like a really good market maker sell on USD CAD, I can't lie. You have the smart money reversal, accumulation phase 1, accumulation 2, smart money reversal up here. Looks like distribution could occur somewhere around here, aiming for this liquidity overall long term. Short term, let's see what it looks like it wants to do. I think what I would do on USD CAD is I would mark out this range right here. I think buys up into a premium of some sort. Right now you just swept out this liquidity, so I'll be careful on buys. But past this point, you could look at this liquidity pool up here, even this liquidity pool up here, because there's still some inefficiencies that aren't fully filled up here. You'll look for longs, and then after that, overall I would be leaning bearish though for a sell-off. If you get order pairing at this level or this level, look for a sell-off from there. I think that looks pretty good to me. Oh, Nasdaq just sold off. What'd I miss? Maybe NQ will give us a trade today. We'll see. What's your cutoff trading time for New York AM? I typically cut off at around 11:30. be a new market cycle, 3 cycles. What do you mean by new market cycle? Would you consider a video on forex swing trading? I could. I think what I'm gonna be making videos on, I have like 4 videos lined up right now that I want to release. I think one is the first one is just understanding like ICT as a whole, how you can actually trade ICT, because the end goal of ICT really is teaching you how to trade price within a market maker model. So that's kind of how that's gonna be a video I'm making on. After that is gonna be time-based liquidity SMTs, and after that it's gonna be, I think, selecting the correct dealing range, and then after that it's gonna be I forgot what the last one is, but I have it all written down. A really slow day though, I can't lie. 2025 is making me miss 2024. Why everyone who is so successful has always recommended me that to trading higher time frame and exclude on medium time frame. The first part of that question, higher time frame is really important because it gives you a general direction of the market, and it just ensures that you're not trading against whichever direction. Like if Nasdaq is extremely bullish this month, I would recommend against shorting it. And the only way really you would figure out if this month is going to be very bullish is if you look at a higher time frame, like the daily chart, the weekly chart, or the monthly chart, right? And then whenever you use like an intermediate term time frame, like a middle time frame, is just to align yourself with that higher time frame so that you can dissect it even further on a lower time frame to get that entry that you really want. Otherwise, if you jump from a monthly chart to a 5-minute chart, it'll be very, very difficult to have the context of what's going on in price. There were a lot of valid sells this morning, but the thing is, because it's trading against my narrative, I didn't take it. And also, if I did take it, I would have been stopped out twice already now.
Yeah, like chopped out, take it out, and then chop it out.
Yeah, the dog does need attention, I think, but I think in like 15 minutes. 15 to 30 minutes.
Yo, you gotta understand you're putting food in his bowl.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm gonna hop off because I wanna go eat.
Wait, but what if there's a long, bro?
Yeah, but there's like freaking... I need to go to 7-Eleven, get some drinks.
You're gonna go to 7-Eleven, come back to see that the market's gone. Okay.
No, I ain't never come back.
And then you're gonna end up FOMOing in, bro. It's gonna be a whole shit show. I'm just kidding. Go get your 7-Eleven, bro.
Nice thing about Hong Kong is there's a 7-Eleven every 16 feet. So
Yeah.
nice thing about Hong Kong is there's a 7-Eleven every 16 feet. So yeah.
You can hear yourself.
I don't know who that is, but
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like Japan too is so nice. It's always a Family Mart or 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and their convenience stores don't suck like they do in America.
Previous day low.
NQ
Heyo.
finally created
alright,
the
finally.
wick on the weekly candle.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we
Finally.
get like a really big push up here, and then I will go for that long. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a chain state delivery here. So, you guys know the drill. 5-minute chain state delivery, I'll get in. I'm debating though, low key, I might want to take this on ES instead of. Yeah, I might want to take this on ES instead of NQ. Just because there's still all-time highs as I draw on liquidity for ES. Do we get a double 5-minute SMT on the low, back to back?
I was just wondering that too. I think so.
Why do you
Alright,
choose
I'm gonna hop.
SMT?
Catch you guys later.
Alright, peace, peace.
Have a good day.
Easy,
You
like,
too.
Later, guys.
Why do you choose
Later.
SMT over a lot of confluence like market structure, shift, chain state delivery? I don't necessarily choose it over the other ones. I use it as in confluence of each other. So, in order for me to use the SMT, I need a chain state delivery, for example. Or if I have a chain state delivery, I need a SMT. Like vice versa. Does chain state delivery mean close above all the series of red candles? I've sometimes seen you say chain state delivery after it closed just the lowest. Yeah, so I really just pay attention to the candle that ran out liquidity majority of the time. So in this case, the candle at 1025 is the one that ran out the liquidity low. So I'm referring to this down close candle right here. But what I'm really paying attention to is how much of a displacement are we able to get on this change in state delivery. Because sometimes I'll even use, let's say another down close candle formed right now, I'll even use this one if there's a really beefy up close candle. No, you're good, Fares. Or Faraz. Fares? Faraz? But yeah, I think chain state delivery is just like the lowest down close candle or the highest up close candle that sweeps liquidity. I typically like to refer to that candle. So in 2.5 minutes here, if we close above this down close candle's opening price, then I'm gonna take an entry here. You put stop at the, I just put it at the wick low of the candle that creates chain state delivery pretty much. No change in state delivery today. Would you shift your chain state delivery down? Yeah, so now I'm paying attention to the 1030 candle, if this wants to be inverted afterwards. So what I'm mainly paying attention to right now, though, is the new week opening gap. Are we going to invert this, or are we going to support from it? That's the question I'm asking myself right now. If we're able to support from it, then I'll look for higher prices. If we just straight up invert it, that'll probably just flip my bias. We're just being a little patient here. We have another 5-minute SMT that just got created, so if we can get that displacement higher, that's where I'll take the long. But other than that, I'm probably just going to be done for the day if we're unable to get clean price action higher. How come you shifted chain state delivery since the 1025 is still the one that took liquidity? Because now I'm paying attention to this 1030 candle. It just took out the previous 90-minute low. So that's the new liquidity I'm referring to right now. Can you make a video about time-based ranges, time macros? I don't use time macros, and I don't technically use time-based ranges. But I'll make a video on how I like to draw my dealing ranges. The other question, when both the news today is positive, then why the price is still moving towards end dog and lower? To be honest, I just trade price action. Sometimes I'll pay attention to news, but for the most part, I feel like news is just manipulation to me. It just moves price in the intended direction it wants to go already, so. Do you think ERL to IRL and IRL to ERL is good for determining bias? Yeah, I think it's a very solid bias building tool for sure. But as of right now, it's not looking bright for any trade opportunities for me. I think I might just hop off here we'll see how this 15-minute candle closes. I'll probably just hop off. But it would need a lot to kind of just push all the way back up here above this new week opening gap. Otherwise, probably just gonna be done for the day and then come back tomorrow and see what happens. Do you use candle body or body and wick? I use the candle body only for chain state delivery. So I pay attention to the opening price of the quote unquote order block that I'm anticipating. All right, it's not looking good for this NWOG. What time frame do you want to see a close below new week opening gap? To be honest, I think if there's like a 15-minute closure, not super interested anymore. But it really just depends. It's not necessarily like, oh, I want to see this specific time frame close to invalidate. It's more about just paying attention to what price is doing right now. Because right now, all I'm seeing is displacement lower, not really seeing any bullish price action, which is why I just probably flip my bias. If we invert this on the 15-minute chart as of right now, I think it looks the cleanest with the displacement lower. But I think other than that, I don't think there will be any trade opportunity for me because I would require either a 5-minute SMT on the high or a 15-minute SMT on the high. Where does ICT teach change state delivery? He teaches it in, I believe it's like 2016 mentorship and also 2022, if I remember correctly. For order blocks, they use candle body or entire candle. I've seen people on YouTube use both ways, and I'm never sure what to stick to. So how I like to gauge what to use for my order block is if there's a really big wick on the candle, then I'll only use the candle body. But if there's like a pretty relatively small wick, then I'll use the entire candle. Does your 90-minute start from 6 a.m.? Yes, it does. It starts from, well, it's every 90 minutes, right? So it technically never started or stopped from anywhere, but yeah, this current candle is from 10:30 and then 9 and then 7:30 and then 6 a.m. Yes. ERL to IRL and IRL to ERL is good for determining bias. It's a very good tool for bias building. So I think market's more bearish than bullish now, given how it's reacted to this new week opening gap. I'm probably just gonna hop off here. I'm not really gonna chase it. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is pre-NFP, so it might be choppy, and then on NFP day we'll see what happens. Well done with 2022. Which mentorship should I be looking forward to? I think if you just master 2022, to be honest, just keep watching it over and over again, you'll be fine. You don't really need to continuously watch different mentorships. The fact that YM has been so out of line with NQ and ES, what do you think about that? I think that it's just like a higher time frame thing where YM's trying to catch up to all-time high, and then ES and YM are pretty much already there, right? NQ's already taken it, ES has not taken it yet, but it's very close, which is why I think this is why YM is being the strongest right now for bullish price action. ES is being kind of sideways as of right now, and then NQ is being bearish just because all-time highs hit. All-time high hasn't hit, but it's really close, and then YM's the furthest, so it's the strongest, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how I interpret it. So is it better to try and trade YM because it's stronger drawn liquidity? I personally think so as of right now. For longs, I think it's better for YM. For shorts, I think it's better for NQ. But the thing is, this morning, YM already took off without creating SMT, which is why I was looking for Nasdaq instead, or even ES. But yeah, it is now, what time is it? 10:45. I'm probably gonna hop off here. Type 1 if you're satisfied with the stream. If you have any more questions, feel free to type number 2. I'll give you guys maybe like 3 more minutes here to type out your questions. I'll answer them, and then we'll probably close off here. All right, great. Glad to hear it. Thank you everyone for joining the stream as always. I'll see you guys tomorrow and Thursday. So take care everyone and have a great day. If NQ suddenly gives a change date delivery this morning, will you still enter? I'm probably done for the day because my key level has been blasted through, right? My key level was the new week opening gap and it's just been blasted through at this point. So I'm not super interested in that anymore. So yeah. On that note, take care everyone and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace, peace.